Let me welcome our viewers around the world and across North America to the studios of Platform Media International, PMI. My name is Joe Ehizode. Welcome. Tonight, we are looking at the Grazing war in Nigeria. You and I, especially those of us who grew up in the 60s and 70s in the terrain of Nigeria, we all knew that the Grazing Fulani moved from one town to the other, looking for grass or the green grass for their cattle. But lately, this has become an issue that the government has come out several times to speak on. Tonight, I have in the studio my very good friends who grew up in Nigeria, who knows how these things operated in the past. On my right is Mazi Obi Nzadebe. Welcome to the program.
Thank you very much.
And also on my left, I have Chief Ebenezer Badewa. Welcome to the program. Thank you, Mr. Badewa, let me start with you. In Nigeria, I guess I'm right that you are one of the baby boomers. When we were growing up in Nigeria, we had the Grazing Fulanis taking their cattle from one city to the other. But lately, Nigerians have become restive over the activities of cattle Fulanis. As a matter of fact, they have been accused of carrying AK-47 from one city to the other. And there are evidence across Nigeria where they have killed people with their guns. Why has this turned sour in Nigeria?
Thank you, Mr. Joe. Right now, as the popular saying goes, they said necessity is the mother of invention. Okay. I remember in those days when the Fulani normally bring cows to our neighborhood in the southwest, we the children were always very excited. We want to see them, we want to follow them, you know, kind of share them up. We have a song that we used to sing for these Fulanis then when they come with these cattle. But today, since things have changed, we that used to welcome them, we find out that they are endangering our life in the southwest. So I think it is a high time that the federal government do something about it. I mean, we don't consume as many cows in Nigeria as they consume here in North America. There are ways they does it here. So why don't they just create a grazing area that they will either transport their cattle down and they get in there. I mean, this will generate a fund for the government too, for them to pay for the number of time they're going to stay in those grazing areas. Then anybody who want to buy can go there and buy from them, and they take the cattle away. Instead of them, even they mess up the environment, the bombs of those cattle, it literally straight in those days, but nobody take it to be anything. But now we are in the 21st century. The hygiene of the environment and everything has to be put into consideration, not to talk of now that they are endangering the life of people, that they are destroying their farm, their livelihood, and endangering their life by treating them.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Badewa. Now, Mr. Obi, there's a popular saying that let's cure the cause rather than the effect. Now, let's see. Perhaps you can go back and tell viewers, because what is the cause of the problem? Because we saw the cattle Fulani all over Nigeria in the past, and we welcomed them. But how come now we can't see eye to eye then? Why have the Fulani started carrying guns to protect their cattle?
Failure of leadership. In the first instance, the Fulanis, I call them headmasters, and their cattle were called their students. Okay. It was fun seeing them in those days. And they had no threat to their freedom, to their cattle. Okay. But in the 80s, in the 90s, people started robbing them. You know, they had no protection from the police, so they provided protection for themselves. A lot of things had gone wrong with Nigeria. People lived freely in South Nigeria. The oil pipelines passed through many villages. Nobody blew them up. Okay. We now have militants. In the northeast, we have Boko Haram. Okay. A lot of things are going wrong simply because leadership is failing in its responsibility to the citizenry. 350,000 policemen are not enough to police a country of 173 million people. It's as simple as that.
Okay. Now, you see, you just mentioned that problem of leadership. You see, the way it is right now, the cattle Fulanis, they are protecting themselves using AK-47, killing people along their way. But you said, is it because of hunger? There was hunger in the 60s.
No, I do not agree with you that they are killing people along the way. Okay. You see, I've taken time to think over these things, and I don't support the grazing reserve.
Okay.
You know, as a Nigerian, there are things I have lived with in Nigeria that I would love to live with until I die. I eat pomo. I buy akara on the street. I eat Yoruba soup we call ofemana. I also eat Igbo soup called egusi and fufu. I do not ever want to be in Nigeria where some of these things have been eradicated. I do not want to be a Nigerian where there is no cattle Fulani going through my village. These are things we have known in Nigeria. We must continue to live with it as Nigerians.
Okay, Obi, I want to take you up on that. So we cannot have a change for the better. Can't we let's have a place where, is it something they have to, is it part of their culture to be nomadic? And if not, why don't they have a place where the cattle can graze, just like we have North America?
We're talking about things that have been happening in Nigeria for more than 100 years.
Yes.
In the DNA of the Fulani man, cattle can only be reared by taking it from one point to the other.
So you mean that cannot change?
We don't expect it to change because a few militants had infiltrated the ranks of the average Fulani cattle rearer. There are thousands, if not millions, of peaceful Fulani cattle rearers who are desirous of doing their business peacefully within the space we call Nigeria. Just as we have many peaceful people living in Niger Delta, you cannot classify all young men in Niger Delta as militants. Neither can you say that everybody living in the Northeast are Boko Harams. Okay. We have peaceful, we have a problem with a few people. We must identify those people. We must deal with them in time, in line with our laws.
Okay, now that it's a problem, government have to take a stand. And perhaps the stand can be having a grazing land for the Fulanis.
No, that's not what the government is proposing. The government is proposing having a route running through Nigeria where cattle rearers can walk through. I'm sure that, I know that in the 17 southern states of Nigeria, most houses of assembly have said no, we have no land for grazing. That is wrong. That is wrong. They are saying those things without thinking.
But we're operating a federal system. The states are supposed to make their own laws to protect their state. I'm sure you know that the governors are the chief security officer of the states. So governors can make laws to protect their state. We cannot just have a law made in Abuja that sweeps through the system.
No, for the federal government to have that law passed, they need the consent of the states.
Exactly.
And the states are saying no.
Okay.
But they are not thinking, they are not realizing the implications of saying no. Take, for instance, I come from Abia State.
Yeah.
You know, Anambra State says they are not going to allow Fulanis to pass through their land. Abia says that they are not going to allow them. You know what is going to happen? Yeah. The Fulani states in the north will wake up one day. They would not say that we are not going to allow Igbos living in our midst to do their business. They will wake up one morning and kill them off and let the states in the south do their worst.
Okay, Mr. Badewa, now there's a problem. So how come it's a problem in Nigeria for the government to make a place, just have a place for grazing for Fulanis? And I agree that Obi is advocating that that should not be, that Fulanis are natural nomadic people and that should be allowed to prevail. But again, there's a problem. So how can government have a grazing land for Fulanis so that this problem will not persist? Yeah. Because in North America, we don't have, this is where they raise the very good beef meat or cattle in the whole world, North America, Canada, and United States.
Cancer-causing beef.
Okay. Ours is very organic. The Nigerian cattle is very organic, right? Okay, I like your patriotism.
You said, Joe said, in the beginning, these are peaceful cattle rearers.
Yeah.
Move around.
Manziobi, not me.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now that people are started robbing these cattle rearers.
Yeah.
Now, as a result of that, due to lack of security,
yeah.
Now they have to secure themselves by carrying
AK-47.
Now, don't forget that this is a country where not even the country alone, the whole world today, we are living under the fear of terrorism all around. Now, terrorists are infiltrated into the group of these people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yes. Yes, that's what.
The point is this: in order to curb this known and unknown problem,
yes,
there is now that they are revamping the train system in Nigeria. Maybe from a certain point in the country where they're free to graze their cattle, let every state has a depot, just like the way we have it in my 12 in Lagos.
Where they graze cattle.
Where they bring the cattle there, whoever that want to buy, go there and buy it. And
yeah, because why is it a problem to cultivate grass for cattle?
Now, what I'm saying is that...
Why do people come to my farm and destroy my farm all in the name of them grazing cattle for their own income?
There are more Nigerians doing their business in northern Nigeria.
Yes.
We don't want them restricted.
Just to give an example, the northerners, I understand, has also said no more tomatoes. Tomatoes is like gold now in Nigeria.
That's true. Well, now, if you are the governor of Edo State, for instance, it is not impossible for you to determine how cattle rearers will pass through their states. You can disarm them, you can provide them with security while they pass through your state peacefully, in exchange for the peace and security of Edo people living in northern Nigeria. If you look at this problem in isolation, you're not...
You're compounding it.
You are compounding it. You're not taking the totality of the picture, the whole picture into account. And that's what I'm against.
Yeah, but why has little problems in Nigeria just become overblown?
Failure of leadership again. People unable to articulate solutions.
You see, in Nigeria, it's quite clear today we don't have leadership. People generate their own power. People provide their own water. People provide their own security. You go to Lagos, you see illegal. To me, I count it as illegal security gate in a neighborhood, all because of security. So we know we don't have government that provide our needs. Schools, you have to provide your own private school for your children in order for your children to have qualitative education. So we know we're lacking leadership. But the life of these same people that are trying to protect themselves, provide electricity, provide all the social amenities that government is supposed to be providing, their life should not be put into jeopardy by all of the name of some people want to do trade all the way. Are we not the one consuming the meat? So if we want to eat their meat, we are saying we want to buy from you, but this is how we want this business to be transacted. So I don't think there is any crime in that.
Well, this will continue as the problem progresses. I hope we'll find the government is listening to us. They will have a common ground, either provide security that you advocated, or provide a grazing land like you advocated. Either way.
Or bring the Fulanis to a table with the farmers. I think that there should be farm-free days when the Fulanis can rear their cattle. If groups, stakeholders talk, they will find a solution.
Okay. Thank you very much. As usual, I want to thank you for coming to the studio. It's the Grazing War. I hope the two advocates here, government can listen to both of you, and whatever one that is viable in Nigeria, they should provide that. But again, like you said, culture is one thing. People don't abandon their culture. Even where we live in North America, there's a culture that they hold fast. That's the way it is. Thank you very much, Obi Nziadibe on my right and Ebenezer Badiwa on my left for coming up to this program and for your very, very pointed views that you have espoused on this program. I want to thank you.
Thank you very much.
Viewers, that's PMI on arena, political arena, about the Grazing War in Nigeria. I hope the leaders of Nigeria are listening to us and perhaps use what we have discussed tonight as I call a roadmap to the solution of the Grazing War in Nigeria. I'm yours sincerely, Joe Ehizode, signing off on Political Arena. Have a good night. Bye.